The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John.
Glory to you, Lord.
Jesus was standing with two of his disciples. And as he watched Jesus walk by, he said, "Behold, the Lamb of God." The two disciples heard what he said and followed Jesus. Jesus turned and saw them following him and said to them, "What are you looking for?" They said to him, "Rabbi," which translated means teacher, "where are you staying?" He said to them, "Come, and you will see." So they went and saw where Jesus was staying, and they stayed with him that day. It was about 4 p.m. Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, was one of the two who heard John and followed Jesus. He first found his own brother Simon and told him, "We have found the Messiah," which is translated Christ. Then he brought him to Jesus. Jesus looked at him and said, "You are Simon, the son of John. You will be called Cephas," which is translated Peter. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
What are you staying with? Are you staying with the same old, same old? Are you staying with the same pattern in life? Are you staying with just surviving day to day? Are you staying with chasing that high every day, that buzz? Are you staying with someone that you're using, or they're using you? Are you staying on your own? The disciples decide to do something different today in their life, we hear in the gospel today. They decide to stay with Jesus. And it is not so much about what we are staying with. So much we do make that about our life, what it is that we're staying with. And really, the question isn't what, that pattern or whatever that we're doing. The question is, who are we staying with? Staying is about relationship. And that's what we're called to live in our life. In the gospel, we hear that the disciples, they're first following John. I don't know if you understood that or caught that, but they think they're confused, and more than likely, they think that John is the one. John is not the one. John is a one, but not the one. And like a good friend always does in life, a good relationship in our life always points to the one, the source of all relationship, God. Behold the Lamb of God. John points the way. John the Baptist. Who are we staying with in our life? Are we staying with the one who gives us life every day? Are Are we staying with the one who always forgives us? Are we staying with the one who loves us so much? Are we staying with the one who wants to free us from life, free us in life? Are we staying with the one who walks with us every day? Are we staying with the one who leads us to new relationships and deepens our old relationships? Are we doing that in our life? Are we staying with the one? Very simply, we hear in that first reading that Samuel is trying to figure out who's calling him. Who's been calling him in his life? And he keeps thinking it's Samuel, it's Eli. Kind of like the disciples kept thinking it's John. And Eli tells him, no, it's not me that's calling you, it's God. And he tells Samuel to say, speak, your servant is listening. For us to stay with God in our life, to listen to God in our life, to make that part of our day, every day. How are we staying with God today?